Good morning, everyone. A very warm welcome to day two of the National Conference, Reimagining the Writer's Craft, exploring the intersection of literature, communication, and technology. Let's now begin the day with a moment of grace. I call upon Erin, Neha, and Dia from the Department of English for the prayer. I request everyone to rise for the same.
There shall be showers of blessing. This is the promise of love. There shall be seasons refreshing, sent from the Savior above. Showers of blessing, showers of blessings we need. Mercy drops round us are falling, but for the showers we plead. But for the showers we plead.
Can you be seated? I now invite Ms. Amla Manawalan, Assistant Professor of the Department of English, to introduce our speaker. Ma'am, please.
A warm good morning to one and all present here. It's my great pleasure to introduce and welcome our distinguished resource person for today's session, Dr. S. Dinesh Babu, a highly proficient academician and researcher in the field of media and communication. On behalf of the Department of English, I extend a warm welcome to Dr. Dinesh Babu. Dr. Dinesh currently serves as an assistant professor of senior grade and vice chairperson of collaboration and project development in the Department of Visual Media and Communication at Amrita Vishwavidyapitham, Kochi campus. With a strong academic foundation, he holds an MSc in e-media communications, an MPhil in communication studies, and a PhD in mass communication and journalism with a specialization in animation studies awarded under the prestigious Rajiv Gandhi National Fellowship. A true multidisciplinary scholar, Dr. Dinesh Babu brings over a decade of teaching and research experience with a focus on communication studies, new media, infographics, health and environmental communication, and participatory development. He has published over 30 research papers in reputed journals, including the Scopus Index, and has actively contributed to curriculum development and doctoral research guidance. Dr. Dinesh Babu's influence extends well beyond academia. He is a global voice in media and information literacy, actively engaged with UNESCO Media Alliance, with AI4 Media Global Research Association, and several international scientific committees. He has served as an expert speaker, moderator, and panelist in the prestigious international platforms from UNESCO's Media Literacy Forums in Poland and Nigeria to the BRICS Science Conference and International Academic Conclaves in Egypt and Brazil. Adding to his innovative profile, he is also a co-inventor of a design patent of an AI-based organic waste composter and has proposed multiple interdisciplinary research projects across environmental, education, tribal, and health communication domains. He has been featured on the India AI portal by the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology and is currently an active member of numerous national and international media research and academic networks. With this rich and dynamic portfolio, we are indeed privileged to have you, sir, with us today. Let me invite you to take over the session. Respected audience, please put your hands together to welcome Dr. S. Dinesh.
Good morning. I want to start with a formal thank you for the organizing team members and RCMAs for inviting me for this wonderful national conference on reimagining the writer's craft, exploring the intersection of literature, communication, and technology. So, it is the most important and active area in which this national conference is happening for these 2 days. I'm happy to be a part of this good, energetic initiative, which is initiated by RCMAs. I want to make it more informal now because it should not be a one way of communication towards what we are going to do today. Because we are going to discuss about tech, artificial intelligence, how we are supposed to integrate AI in our day-to-day life. And being you are an undergraduation, post-graduation, researchers and faculty members, we have a lot of responsibility to use artificial intelligence because everyone is using AI tools. If I'm asking how many of you are using ChatGPT, you will be raising hands almost like from 100 to among 100, almost 90 will be using ChatGPT, right? Right? Okay. For for assignments, preparing for examination, yes, fine. And be very free. Whatever questions you have, you can ask to me because I'm also the learner, a day-to-day learner among you. I will be introducing a new certain tools to you. Sometimes you may have a new AI tech, a knowledge among yourself. You can also just put that in this forum, right? So today's my topic is on pen to prompt. We know very well the evolution of print, right? So I don't want to disturb this environment with the histories. So we start with papyrus and lot of inventions. Now we reached a prompting technique, artificial intelligence. Here what we are going to discuss is like what opportunities this AI tools give us. What challenges is there for people in the society with this AI and how ethically we are supposed to use AI tools for day-to-day activities. Right? This is the thing what I am going to do. And the key takeaway of this particular session is I will be introducing with few AI tools which may be known to you, may not. And I will also give a hands-on experience for you to how to prompt for doing your day-to-day research activities. Because I'm discussing with your head of the department, she informed me like the undergraduations are doing research papers, right? It's really a very motivational thing that the campus, which is insisting or introducing the students towards research from the undergraduation level, because it is not possible and easiest way. Even the PhD scholars is not doing research properly, right? So while thinking on that, this undergraduation is doing a better thing for the society because the entire research is not for keeping it in any of the libraries or throwing out in the garbage. That should be a research with truthful recommendations, suggestions for implementing a policies for the future societies. Right? Fine. Now, what are the AI tools you already using? ChatGPT, Gemini, Perplexity, Copilot, Notebook LM, DeepSeek, Okay. Then Canva, Cortana from Windows, right? Which is new to me. Okay. Yes. How many of you are using Copilot from Microsoft? Yes. Fine. So, how many of you are using Notebook LM? One. Fine. Two. So, you are very familiar with mind mapping for classroom. That's good. Fine. So, I will be taking you to certain tools. Vashini, again Notebook LM. I will be taking you to answer this. Answer this. How many of you are using answer this? Answer this. Answer the public. Storm. 11 Labs. Midjourney. Some people will be using Midjourney, right? Dali. Beethoven. So I will be taking you to those all AI tools, and I will show how we have to do a prompt and get our works done. Right? Yes. Before moving to those all, again, now we are in transition from notebook writing to digital, scribbling with our stylus, right? And what we need now exactly, as being a student and being a literature student, what we need now. Writing tools, know how to prompt engineering. That is most important thing what we are supposed to know now. Because we know very well whatever we use, this AI tools will give an answer for everything, for anything, in any way. It depends on the person who is going to deal with the system through the language prompts which we are going to give it. Right? So if you are giving like give me of 200 words of poem on Shakespeare or something, it will give. But how we have to prompt, what kind of essence of content we need to get from the AI tool, that is most important thing. And don't stick on always with a copy paste nature of things, because I don't like this copy paste. Whenever getting into a classroom, the first thing what I will be doing is like, I will not ask them to just write the text what I am just giving as lecture. One thing is like take a key points, then go and take your own notes of your what exactly taken in the class. Then write the content which is coming to your mind in the exam desk. That is most enough. We don't want to copy the text which is given and paste it, because for copying and text already lot of books are already published and it will be there in library. No need of new authors, right? So here also, once you are just getting out an information from AI tools, we should understand what exactly it is, and we should check for the authentication of the information which we receive. Where we have a challenge using of ChatGPT and using of other AI tools, how we can get an authentic resources from AI tools. So it will be a mix of interaction in my session. I will be talking like this, then suddenly I will move to the tools. Okay. Now I will be taking you to ChatGPT. You people are going to give a prompt for me. I will put that. The same kind of prompt we will be moving with some other AI tool. How the authentic information is searched in the web source and given for us as a notes we can check, right? Then it will be very easy for your faculties also to read your essence of knowledge which you are gathering from AI prompts, right? Before going towards AI tool, I will be just introducing you to one particular search page called Answer the Public. Answer the Public. So, what exactly this Answer the Public page is like? At present, in India or in any of the country, how many of them are searching for a content which we prefers to know? For example, I want to know about health literature or health literacy among students. So I will be going and searching in this Answer the Public. I want to know how many of them are searching for this particular key term in India at present scenario. If you're going and searching in this, you can find how many of them are searching for that particular information in the Google. You can also find it with Google, Bing. Yes. So here you can see it shows Google, Instagram, Amazon, YouTube, TikTok, Bing. In that you can give the topic. Anyone can tell any topic. Any topic. If you want to know that at present in search engines in India, who is looking for what? You can tell. Want to know who are the people searching of something? You can ask.
Sir, how many people search YouTube in Google?
How many people are searching for
YouTube
YouTube?
in Google?
On what?
No, searching for YouTube in Google to get to the website.
Searching for YouTube in Google. Yeah. So here the reels will get generated. Right. You can see here the people are searching on YouTube with different results. Like, can YouTube servers down? Are YouTube Shorts monetized? Are YouTube Shorts monetized in India? Are YouTube Clips public? These are the searches which is happening now in India in Google search on this particular term. Where this will help us? Where this particular Answer the Public page will help us? Can anyone tell that?
Public reaction to it.
Yes. To know about the public reaction on what exactly they are prefers at current scenario, and it helps to frame a research survey questions on the topic area. Now we just mentioned YouTube. If you are going and mentioning as like agriculture technology, or health literacy, or cyber crimes, or cyber psychology, whatever it is. If you just put those all words, you can find. So that will help us to know and frame questions for our studies. Right? This is answer the public. Then I hope you understand this use of this particular rule, right? Now again the same kind of word. This is answer the public. The next one is answer this. Answer this. This helps many of the researchers, now UG researchers are there, to identify a research gap. How to identify research gap? How to do a literature review, a systematic literature review for the topic which you've chosen for your research. So just note down this AI tools. When you're getting a time, just go to your laptop, sign in. Again, one thing is like nothing is free here for anything, right? So there will be a subscription thing, but we have a free versions also. For free, we can do like 5 or 6 searches for any of the research. Then you can delete us like what you do in Gamma AI. I hope you are using Gamma for PPT presentations, right? Yes. So 10 slides, then download and delete the 10 slides, again you can generate likewise. So here you can see a search box where you can type anything you wish, like a literature review I want to do. I'm just answering the question. Yes, any topics in which you are doing a research. UG, PG, domestic violence. Domestic violence. Now you can give a filter whether a structural literature review is needed. If yes, you can click on that. You can mention the minimum citations for the research papers which you are searching. I'm giving minimum of 20 citations. And whether it should get published in Q1, Q2, Q3 or all. I'm just giving it till Q4. I'm accepting that. And from when the data has to be retrieved. I'm just giving for 2 years back or 1 year back. Sorry. Even you can ask for prompt helper also. Here, if you are clicking, you can see find the relevant studies one, write a literature review on, perform a quantitative analysis on, whatever you want to do, you can just do it. I'm just giving write a literature review on again look. submitted the search. It is amazing. And one thing is like while this hand synthesis get introduced, um, we can easily just copy the entire text, and even we can take the references just in one click as a word file while it is not introduced. Now it's being subscribed. If you are subscribing only, you can take the references. Or else what you have to do is like we should get a support from another AI tool because as at present we all are moving towards interdisciplinary studies. As like say in artificial intelligence tools also we should integrate. We should not stick on to one particular AI tool. We should use a multiple of AI tools which will make our work more flexible and easier and more authentic. Let it come. I will just introduce you with other thing that is called stop. This particular strong AI tool is created by Stanford University based on their project. Yes. Now this answer is ready with its answer. For literature review on domestic violence, it gives an introduction, a definition and scope of domestic violence, importance and relevance of studying domestic violence, objective and structure of literature review, theoretical framework explaining about the domestic violence, which deals with psychological and individual theories, sociological and ecological perspectives, feminist and power control theories, then demographic patterns, risk factors, consequences of domestic violence, intervention and prevention strategies, gap, challenges in research, gaps and challenges, then conclusion. It's good you've given an entire idea about the structure of research on domestic violence. Here you can see before it is downloadable as text document. Now we are supposed to upgrade. Or else you can simply just copy and you can paste it in a Word file. It's very simple. And so this is the way we can search for the authentic source on the content which we are going to take for our research. And now moving to stop. Again, I will be giving a same topic. What this will do is like it will show the real-time running of searching for the document, sensitive topic. Can you tell some other topic which is not sensitive? Yes, any other topic from student side?
The impact of AI in today's generation.
Among youngsters in India, right?
Yes, sir.
Now, what it will do is, what is the purpose of this particular topic? Whether it is for your research,
No, just to know.
assignment, assignment. real time it will be going and searching for the articles from various journals, and it will give a proper citation for that particular articles, which is retrieved from the journals. So now you can find the differences. If you are going and doing in ChatGPT, what it will do, it will also give us same kind of references, but we have to go for checking with its authentication. But here you don't want to do those all things. It will show us. So whenever you are doing any kind of assignments hereafter, please move with stop, do it in a proper way, and study and submit to your faculty members. Right? Because it will be very interesting, because like you won't imagine how it is framing out the topics, how it is leaving out the analysis of the particular content with different perspectives. So that will be more interesting. Right? Almost it is getting ready. Yes. Impact of AI among youngsters in India. First, it's given a summary. After summary, you can find a historical context, positive impacts, negative impacts, regional disparities, case studies. Even you can give a feedback for this strong, that is different. You can find here. Now what you can do is like, you can go to the bottom right, source PDF, just click on that. With the table of contents, you can find the entire search which has happened. With one single click, you can download it and you can take it. Because it is having a citation in the bottom with the references. Turnitin will be called with Turnitin. That will be there. But as like you taken from AI tool. But the citation and everything will be there. References will be there. Yes. We work on it. So again, Turnitin will catch you only if you have your content for 3000 words. If it is going beyond 3000 words, it can't catch you. So if you are going and submitting a research paper and that will be below 3000 words, then you can see AI rating is there. If it is above 3000 words, it won't. I will show you how Turnitin will catch. Just to understand this, we created one paper. Yes. You can see 23%. This is a paper which have a variation like below 3000 words. And if it is A, this is created by A for 49% from this content. And it also mentioned from the which A tool which you used and from where it is taken. So this is for below. Now I will be showing you a dissertation. It won't show. It won't show. So there is a difference with Turnitin. Maybe in future they will be coming with a lot of words get included. Those things. But Turnitin is very good for us because once we see that it is plagiarized, then we can reframe it, rephrase it. That is very comfort for us to do that. this way, the strong AI tool will help us to do our assignments or doing a research in whatever area you prefer. No. So today, what we are discussing like so now what happens like we will be before we are just being author, we will be sitting and we will start writing whatever is coming in our mind. We will be just putting out the characters for the story which we are framing, and we will go for publishing the book. Now what we have to do is like sometimes we will have co-authors also. Both of them will sit together, create a story, make a characters, and bring a book. Now what we have to do is like we have to sit with AI, collaborate with AI to do storybooks. Because you can see here, even in Amazon you can find a lot of books which is generated by AI is releasing nowadays. So there is no any offensive thing that doing a book through generative AI. You can do that, but one thing is like it should be of your own ideas. So we can reduce this plagiarism through two things. One is while you are doing a research, how many of you are facing a difficulty to write in a proper grammar? Yes, good. Some people will not tell. Right. So do one thing. In Word, you will have this dictation. Right. A mic, a dictation will be there. Dictate it. Once you are dictating, that is your own idea, content. Go on for rephrasing the content from any AI tool, and you can use it for your research papers. So where the rephrasing words will be getting changed, but the idea, the core idea is yours as author. So it won't get plagiarized. Okay. So do in that way to reduce the plagiarism. And now I will be taking you to the prompting techniques. For writing story and literature books. How we are supposed to prompt. So the main thing is like the technique, how we are supposed to prompt for any storytelling. The first one is like in journalism, everyone will be learning the basic context is 5W and 1H, right? What is that 5W and 1H? Who, what, where, when, why, how. The same approach should be there to narrate to the AI tools. So who, what, where, how, when, those all things should be there while we are going and giving a prompt for a storytelling. That is most important thing first. Then the second one is role-based prompting. So we have to give AI to understand how the writing style should be. You can also just give us like just follow the nature of Shakespeare or any other author. So what it will do, the AI tool will just retrieve the data about the approach, a perspective of writing style, which is followed by the particular author. The same essence it will take and it will put it in your ideas and it will generate the content. Right? So you can do a role-based prompting. That is most important thing. And how many of you know about AI agents? AI agents. So that is the next level of artificial intelligence. So now we are just discussing about AI tools, and we are using AI tools which is like created, developed by someone, and everyone is using the same. In future, what is going to like Ganesh will have his own AI, and in front of me, the faculty members is there. In front of me, the students is there. Each one will have your own AI. What you will be doing is like the AI is becoming agent for you. So you will be training your own AI, and I don't want to teach. I just guide it. What are the activities and what are the things I will be doing in my professor? I just give a guidance to them. After that, I don't want sit even in a classrooms or sending a notes to my students. People do all those things. My presence is not needed. Everything will be done by itself. That is called AI agent. It is emerging a lot because in business it is emerging a lot. So if you want to run one business, you don't want to go and sit. If you have AI agent, it will reach your consumers, it will reach your customer, it will discuss about the feedback or interact with the customer or consumer, and it will send the product to them. It will follow up that. If it is a life insurance company, it will renew it. If it is in a toll gate. So we are just thinking about like everyone else will just lose their jobs. Mainly, we are sitting in the top with more qualification and we will be thinking like we will lose our jobs. But the most dangerous zone of people is not who are in this qualified positions. The people is like who is sitting in toll gate and getting the cars which is passing in the toll gates. So those employees will lose their jobs because AI agents will come into that. No need of people to surveillance the cars which is passing. It will take care of. Those jobs get lost. So what we are supposed to do? We should think in their perspectives and we should think about what kind of changeovers we are supposed to do in the society to compete with AI. That is most important thing. And scene by scene development. So whenever we are just introducing the AI, we should make it understand with what exactly story is going to move on in different chapters. We should introduce that to each chapters, which is going to get connected or introduced with scene by scene. Then style and tone of guidance. Like whether it is going to be a first person, third person, whether ma'am they used notebook LM with forecasting. No. So notebook LM is again a very good tool which will help us to do a podcast. I will show you. I will come back to this. Right. My problem is this, I will not be stick on to one thing. I will go here and I will come back. Anyway, I will join everything in one line, don't worry. So the faculties who are sitting here, we will be just thinking about this knack and other things, right? I hope it is over, right? So the next one is stuck into that. Okay, fine. So he is very serious with the next cycle. Yeah, that is right. So now it is not a criteria, it is attributes, right? So to understand those attributes, just I just put this NAT reform thing into this, written mind map. These are attributes, the 10 attributes, the curriculum design, what are the attributes should be there, faculty resources, what are the things should be there. Everything we can just have a glance. Now we can keep this away. I will just take a new thing. What we downloaded just now, that is on impact of impact of
AI among youngsters.
impact of AI among youngsters. So he's the person who told this topic and it's very relevant. Okay. Now just I'm adding that in a create new. We can add even a 40 to 50 PDF in different ideas. This is about AI impact on India youth opportunities and challenges. We can add some other PDF which is directly connecting with the economical factors which is affecting youngsters towards artificial intelligence. We can connect any kind of papers here, and we can also discuss with the PDF with multiple of PDFs. Now I'm doing mind map. So it is ready. So a summary of this impact of AI youngsters in India. If I want to know the positive impact, just clicking on that, it will show us the what are the positive impacts was there. One is enhancing creativity, problem solving, personalized learning experience. If you click here, what kind of personalized learning experience is that? AI power tools, targeted feedback, learning at one pace, high quality educational materials. This is a personalized learning material experience in positive impact on AI. So how easy to present about the entire impact of AI among youngsters. So if I want to discuss about the personalized learning experience of an individual, how it is impacting in positive manner, suddenly I can point out these points and with this positive impacts. Very simple to present it. Right. Now, the same thing what I'm going to do is like I'm going to generate a podcast. Particular thing now two individuals going to start their conversation on this particular topic. This is generating. So the entire topic will be getting categorized. Now two people will be in that. They both will discuss about the content which is there in this entire video. Again here we can give our input also as a third person in this podcast. That is also possible. So whatever we want to do as a podcast, it is easy for the media English departments to start the podcast series. Mhm. You can just edit this entire document, then you can do this. And one more thing is like how the students use this in the studies. Do you know that if you want to crack any of these exams, UPSC exams or any other exams, if you want to crack, you can do one thing. Or else you people are from affiliated with MG University, right? So whether the question papers are available in internet sources, yes, you can download and put it here. Just ask for the possibility questions for the future examinations. It will give the possibility questions. It is like a 5 years of question. For example, if you are getting 5 years of question paper, drop here, ask for the possibility question for the next year, it will put that. 70% it will be right. Okay. Many of them is using for competitive exams. Because no very few people is going for the new questions. Maximum if it is coming for net exams, you can find repetition of questions will be there. It is a cycle. Randomly they will be choosing all the question pools. The same pool it will also generate and it will give us. For example, you are giving the notes to a student and now you are going to frame a question. It's very simple for the student to know what are the questions is going to have come now because they will put here the notes and they will be going for the possible questions. Anyway, you will also do the same to collect the questions. So automatically it will get marked. Fine.
Huge artificial intelligence. everything. And maybe nowhere more profoundly than for young people.
Especially in a place like India.
Yeah.
So dynamic.
Exactly. And its impact there is really complex. So we've pulled together some fascinating sources to try and unpack what AI means for youngsters in India.
Yeah, looking at both the the massive potential, but also the pretty significant challenges it brings up.
It's a really compelling story, and for you listening, the big picture here is understanding how India, especially with things like the
It is like a two people conversation on the topic title of AI's impact among youngsters in India. Now, again, the project is going with the Google to include our own voices also. So they are working for that also. Right. Fine. I hope it is moving interesting, right?
Yes.
Whether it is boring you. Fine. Thank you. Next. Right. So I discussed about the fifth one, that is character-centric prompts. So we have to build a layer of characters to be get prompt generated for a detailed understanding about the story. So when we are giving out a prompt, for example, like create a character sketch of a widowed Kathakali artist who teaches children in a rural school. So suddenly the AI will think about the widow who is running a dance school in a rural village of Kerala, and it will collect the informations which is available in the internet related to the information is not only towards educational thing, even from the cases, what is happening from the news channels reporting. It will collect the entire document in a fraction of a second, and it will analyze and it will create one character for you to put it in this particular story. Right? So we should be very clear with giving a character-centric prompts for doing a storytelling and alternative endings and perspectives, which is like we should request the AI to give a multiple endings for our stories because it will make the readers to get tied to the story which we are going to tell to them. So there should be of multiple endings. Any one ending will be very much interest to the reader. So we should be very clear while we are doing prompting for the storytelling. Then cultural and regional detailing. That is most important thing which is not happening in many of the generative tools. We should teach AI tools about a culture and the regional dialects. If you are doing that properly and framing out these characters with the regional and cultural values, then it will create a text of story with a very good essence for the readers. Then editing and rewriting the enhancement towards what it is generated, giving a new title for the book, suggesting a title for the book, and bringing visual imagery of illustrations. So that is possible for each pages and each scenes also. We can create a imaginary illustrations for the storybook. So this is the way we are supposed to do prompting. And before moving towards the next tool, I have to just show you how we have to do a prompt for creating a graphic design. So again, This particular PPT is given by Adobe for us. I taken artificial intelligence training for CMD people, Center for Management Development, a government entity. I given a training for the people who is working in secretariat. So while I'm going for training, one of my friend who is working in Adobe, he wants to put this prompts for designing. So the main thing is like this is the main important thing while we are doing a image creation, while we are doing a prompt for images. One is the subject should be very clear. We have to describe it what exactly to which context we are going to do this understand. So this is a four important technique which we are supposed to use for generating an image for our storytelling. Right? The one thing is like be specific for what exactly we means and be descriptive. So whenever we are discussing about prompting, what we are supposed to do is like what you people will be doing whenever you are getting a lesson time, which means like when there is no any class, what you people will be doing. If you are going to cafeteria, what you will be doing, what you will do, you will chit chat, you will talk, whatever it is, you will be talking more, right? The same thing you are supposed to do here also. You have to talk. You have to give more descriptions. As like talking to the friend, you should talk to the AI tools. If you are talking more, it will getting more information about what it is supposed to do. That is most and more important thing. And be original and be empathic. Which is we have to tell AI tools about emotions in what way we need that particular image to be generated. That is most important thing. So again, the architecture of the formula is like concepting formula is like content type, architectural type of structure, defining the features, colors, materials, and location, which brings out the first image. Again, schematic and image editing formulas. I will be sharing these all things with your department head, so you can get it from them with the PPT and this also. Right. This is the way we are supposed to do image prompting. Now I will be taking you towards Beethoven.ai. Now I just shown you lot of AI tools which is purely for writing and doing research. Now we can go for music. Right. So this is Beethoven.ai. You can create your own music. Okay. Now, is there anyone to just give a prompt for generating a music? You have to describe the mood, the context for what you are going to get music, a background. If you come, you can just check it. Yes. Let's see what kind of music is going to be there. Your name? Okay. Sorry, my monthly credit card over in this. Okay. So if you have your laptop or something, you just go to Beethoven, just put what exact music you need. It will give 3 to 4 suggestions with different music track. Which track you prefers? In the right corner, there will be a button called download. Just download and use it for your day-to-day works. It doesn't have any royalty issues. It's an open source, right? Beethoven.aa. You people know about gamma.aa. I don't want to repeat that. So I will be taking you to one more research tool that will be very helpful for the people who is doing research, who is doing literature review, like this, taking out 12 pages to 13 pages of research paper, reading the entire research paper to understand the methods or understanding the findings. Now we are going to make it more simplified. That is with Elicit. How many of you are using Elicit? Elicit is a research assistant. Here, it's like what map tool, domestic violence we can give. So now what this Elicit will do, it will search for the topmost papers which is directly connecting with domestic violence, and we just given a very broader area of domestic violence, which would you at least with some other key terms also. Is it possible now? Domestic violence and
In a region, specific region, any region.
in a region or something more with any factors? Domestic violence. Broader, maybe narrow it to some factor.
Domestic violence, Emma, husband-wife relationships.
Domestic violence and
And economic
psychology,
So what about in cases of problems?
domestic violence and drug use. Drug abuse. Drug abuse. So you can see some papers, domestic violence and drug addiction, addressing into a psychological review, systematic review of pattern and prevalence of drug use associated with domestic violence. So you can see here almost like 5 to 8 papers. So totally we can find a core source of papers as a summary in the top. You can see here down, it is a tabulation which have a different columns. First is the paper title, second is the abstract summary of that particular paper, and the third column you can see here, it mentions the columns that is summary, methodology, interventions, outcome, and limitations of this paper. If I'm just giving methodology, now the methodology is from this all entire papers will be just listed here. What method they used for this particular study, you can find here. And I want to know only the main findings of this paper. Just click on that. It will come again as one column. What is the main findings of this particular research articles? So you don't want to go and stick on with studying the entire research paper. The paper is getting dissected easily, and you can directly go and check with the findings and things. Right? So here is there. Art discovery is there, and I will move towards one more thing called connected papers. How many of you know connected papers? I know I am boring you with a lot of theoretical aspects of research, but anyway, you are supposed to listen to this also for 5 minutes because you are doing research papers, right? Undergraduations. That will help you a lot. Again, what I am going to do is like I am going to give this domestic violence. What this connected papers will be doing is like it will connect with the topmost papers initially. For example, impact of domestic violence and drug abuse in pregnancy and maternal attachment and infant temperament in teenage mothers in setting of something like that. Okay. If I want to, it is having a 96 citation, 28 references. I propose like this particular paper will be very good for my study. Just I am clicking that. Now it will source connecting papers relate to this particular study. You can see the darker areas is getting more connected papers. The lighter area is like somewhat connecting with this particular topic. So you can find all connected research articles from this particular paper, the area which we are focusing. So you can see all the research papers which is getting listed. You can directly go to this by clicking. You can open this paper. Some papers will be of downloadable, some won't be. Then we will be moving to sign up to download the papers. Right? Sign up. SCIHUB. So now we are going to create a video with our prompt. So this is runway ML, where you can give a prompt to bring a multiple of videos. So who is ready to give prompt? Hmm.
Sir, car moving at highway.
My credit limit is over. Anyway, I will just show the previous projects which is get prompted. So we have very few credit limits. Based on that, we can generate a video and we can download it. This is one video. Then, yeah, this is one video which I just did for a presentation for the project proposal. This is for one storybook which is going to integrate IoT sensors and artificial intelligence, which is a traditional textbook. A traditional textbook will have IoT sensors and AI integration, where I want to present to the funding agency. So I did this video. After scanning the QR, this video will be playing. So as this kids will be learning through a traditional to digital versions. This I did. Now again, while I'm doing this, one thing I forgot that we are supposed to do. One is like credibility, authenticity of the content which we are getting. Like I did this for one Sanskrit project. I presented it. Like while we are just showing out, I will show the PPT. This is that. So while I'm just touching this elephant, the sound will generate it through IoT sensor. Here there will be a QR code. While I'm scanning, it will move towards the video. So that's the video which I kept. The problem is like what I given here, that is called Iravat, which is not here. This is not Iravat. This is a elephant, normal elephant. Iravat is one looks like this. So while generating a image or video, we should be very careful with what we are getting out. So exact point of question is raised by the funding agency, like whether this is Iravat. So whenever we are generating any of the AI content, we should be cross-check what exactly we prefers to get it out. That is the most important thing, which can be done with runway or ML, right? No. And one more thing is called Bhashini. How many of you know about Bhashini? Bhashini is the government's AI tool, Indian government AI tool. Bhashini Anuvad. That is a AI tool which helps to translate the content of from English to any regional languages, speech to text, text to speech. Okay. So everything can be done through Bhashini. So if you are doing any kind of storytelling for different regional languages, it is possible. Before it is a hectic process for the authors to translate the entire books. Now being AI tool is there, AI is there, it is easy for us to just translate into multiple of languages. how many of you are using Hemingway? How many using Grammarly? Grammarly, Quillbolt, Quillbolt. So Aslik and Grammarly, Hemingway is a grammar checker and text editor. So okay, you can drop here the content which you are preferred to edit. This will help in rephrasing while we are doing a research paper also. Right. This as like same as like Grammarly. And Quillbolt also the same. Quillbolt. Paraphrase. Paste what are the content which you want to paraphrase here, and it will get paraphrased in the right side. For example, you can see the paraphrased sentences from this to that. Right? Quillbolt. Ask discovery. Ask our discovery. That is one AI tool. Here also, if you are going and asking for any of the content, it will search from all the research articles and it will use us like a summary. Right. So why I'm telling all this is like you should get information from authentic sources. You'll be putting, you are not going to have your subscribed versions of ChatGPT, right? You'll be using a free versions. So it's better you can go for alternative AI tools where you can have a authentic information from authentic sources. So you can use our discovery. And was questioning one thing, how do influences impact the lifestyle choices of the public? So it is taken from some topmost papers. With citation, and in down you can find from which papers this particular information is taken. Even you can go to the same papers in the journal. So this is our discovery. So the opportunities for the writers and communicators are like it is faster. We can do a personalized content for a target readers or audience. And again, what I told is like it is inclusive communication and it can be of multilingual. We don't want to go for searching for multiple of authors to translate the content which we want to deliver as a book. And the main challenge is authenticity and plagiarism issues. So we have to avoid plagiarism through a rephrasing of content and giving a proper in-text or citations or references for the particular content which we are taking from the internet, from AI generated materials. And the most important thing is like bias in AI generated content that we are supposed to cross check whether it is getting biased informations, because if 100 of people is telling the same, then automatically it becomes a true. The same thing is there in AI generation also. So we should check with the biased information in AI. And future is like hybrid creativity. So we can sit with AI tools and we can create our own content in all possible ways, and we can collaborate with the AI tool to go and publish a research or a book, a storybooks, and it will enhance the critical thinking. Like, what are things which I don't know? You don't want to go and just search for exact content. You just think critically to give work for the artificial tools. You raise the questions. You make it think critically to answer or get the information from a tool. That is most important thing you are supposed to do. So these are the things which I prefer to deliver to you, and thank you. If you have any queries, questions, or if you want to know some other AI tool which will help you in a day to day activities, you can just raise it.
Sir,
Yes.
Leonardo AI.
Leonardo ANC is like image creation tool. So you can create an AI image with a prompt technique, and I also share this Adobe's prompt technique. You can apply those prompt techniques into this. You can generate a multiple of images from here.
Sir,
Yes.
it's not about the under A, but it's a common question is coming in my mind. I just noted it down. Well, could generative AI tools help us amplify voices in underreported regions or underreported newsrooms? Could generative AI tools help us in amplify voices in underreported newsrooms or
Yes, it is possible for us to report which is not get reported properly. That is a possibility. That is why we are just searching for the authentic resources, informations, and data to report it, to make it publicized with the content which we are generating through artificial intelligence tools. What we want to do is like we want to just move towards the data resources which is available in internet, which is authenticated. And in the morning I was discussing with your head of the department that mostly your studies, your way of approach is more qualitative, right? So you should also get developed with quantitative of nature towards describing the facts from analyzing the quantitative informations and methods. So from there we can give a clear cut of facts for what is underreported, right? That is possible for us.
thank you, sir.
Yes. So there is one quantitative analysis tool called Data Tab, TAB. So which helps us to analyze the data in an Excel format, and even we can do all kind of data analysis through that particular tool. That is very nominal subscription fee, like 1,200 for 3 months. If you take that, if the person who is doing the quantitative research for their PhD or anything, you can use that tool. If you buy, you can just share that email towards your friends. Multiple of users can use that. So here we can do all kind of testing for our analysis. That is called Data Tab, DATA. You can find the same kind of tool which is get cloned from Data Tab. That is not a secure thing. This is a tool. Even if someone wants to study also about what is quantitative analysis and all, in down you can find a lot of information about it. You can study and you can use it. For example, I want to know about what is mean median mode. Many of you people knows what is ANOVA. Then you can find an example, and it will also you can learn what is ANOVA from here. So it is very easy for you to understand the data analysis. Yes.
Hi sir, my name is Ria. So my question is, what advice would you give us in terms of content planning and sustainability during the first 6-12 months of our college community radio? Especially in settings where students might be studying academics and may not have like, formal media training.
So the main thing is like you should know what content you are going to deliver initially, and the information which you are supposed to give to the public, and relate with sustainable goals. I know everyone knows very well about 17 goals, and how you are going to integrate the goals. Whether you are going to integrate the quality of education towards poverty, or how this climate change, what is the goal? The number of the goal? Climate change. 5, SDG 5, SDG 6. I hope you know all 17 goals, right? While I'm entering your campus, I can see the goals is just posted everywhere, right? Whether you are noting down that, how many of you know about SDG goals? 17 goals. So then that particular post is not needed, I hope. Then. So what is the 13th goal? 13. 1 3. 1 3. What is the first goal? What is the second? Third? Why you want to know this sustainable goals? Any idea? So the goals is framed by UN to achieve at 2030. From 2015 onwards, it is getting implemented. All states have their own targets. All country they have their own target to achieve those goals. Total 17 goals. No poverty, quality education, zero hunger, good health and well-being, climate action, life underwater, infrastructure industry, collaboration and peace. Lots are there, right? Total 17 is there. Among that, what is the 13th one? Yes, climate. Okay. So first, initially, we should know what is SDG, what impact this SDG is creating in the society, where we are, where the Kochi is there in urbanization. While you are just considering all this, you just go to SDG, just find the reports. You will get n number of data, n number of informations to discuss in your podcast, in your radios. Make people aware with that. Because you people is learning, you are the learners. Then how the layman will know about this all? You are the people supposed to deliver it through a storytelling knowledge, using AI tools, through poster making, through podcast, through your voices, through some storytelling platforms, right? If you are not knowing this, then we can't go and reach the layman, right? So this is the way we have to create a content through our sustainable goals towards your radio, community radios and all, right?
Thank you, sir.
Hi sir, Karthik. AI റിസൾട്ട്സിനെ ബേസ് ചെയ്തുള്ള ഓവർകം ചെയ്യാനുള്ള ഗൈഡ് ലൈൻസ് ഒന്ന് പറഞ്ഞല്ലോ സർ. AI റിസൾട്ട്സിനെ ബേസ് ചെയ്തിട്ടുള്ള ഓവർകം ഇല്ലേ, ഗൈഡ് ലൈൻസ്, അതിനെ നമുക്ക് എങ്ങനെ ഓവർകം ചെയ്യാന്നുള്ള,
അതായത് എത്തിക്കൽ ഗൈഡ് ലൈൻസ് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞില്ല. യുനെസ്കോ ജസ്റ്റ് ഗിവൻ 2 guidelines. One is for AI in education. That is a guidelines which is framed by UNESCO, and one more guidelines is like usage of AI among the educators. That is one more guidelines which is given by UNESCO on formulating the AI while we are going for lifelong learning. So it is almost like 230 pages or something, right? In that they are discussing about ethical usage of AI in education. How we have to avoid misinformation. That is one thing. How we have to understand the bias in the content which is generated by AI. That is one ethical consideration. So this can be avoided only if you know the context in which you are going to do you are going to get information from the AI tools. Once you know about what kind of context and what kind of content is getting regenerated, like if you're going and checking with DeepSeek, you will not get more authentic information about something related to India, some other countries, which is just getting opposite with China, right? So those issues will be there. If you go to Copilot and if you go to AI and giving the same ChatGPT and giving the same kind of prompt, you will get different approach in getting out information. So always go for authentic connection towards the content which you are generating. That is most thing.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, Evin sir. So I know Evin sir for the past 5 years, but we didn't met. We just have a phone call conversations. Yes.
Yeah. So my question is not related just to generative AI. For number of years, we are talking about AI that is very human in its reply. Specifically, chatbots such as character AI, janitor AI. So people have started using them not just for role playing chat, because when you see their replies, they're very human. And many people use them as therapy bots. And recently, there was a case of two teenagers, a 14-year-old boy who used to chat with a character based on generous targeting. And of course, Gerald Martin intervened and he said that you can't use my products. And once that bot was taken off, the boy became so depressed he took his own life. Another teenager has done the same thing as well. So, what is your take on this and how far we can better educate people to see that this is AI? No matter how far we depend on them for therapy, it's not going to work out. So, what is your take on this?
My take is like lack of social interaction. That is one thing. If you are sitting with your friend, if you are not talking, then she will go and seek for something, right? If you are not taking care of your close ones, then they will be going to find someone who is consoling them. That is a human or not human, right? So what we have to do, we have to open up and we have to speak. If we are not speaking, then they will be going and speak with the technology. The technology will console because I know a similar kind of things with one of my friend. So she is getting introduced to some kind of this textual conversation with ChatGPT. So she is putting all her issues into that, and she will stay talking to it, and it is consoling in very good way. What she is telling one day, I don't want anyone. Whatever it is, I will talk to my friend. Who is the friend? ChatGPT. So that is why someone should be there to spend time with the people, to talk. If it is the social interaction is happening, then this kind of issues won't be there. And we should make people aware about it, mainly the teenagers, where parents move towards jobs. Before they use mobile phone for gaming and seeing social media. Now they start to interact with that more. So while getting interact, they feel like they don't need a parents also. So that situation is evolving a lot. So we should be very careful. There's no any gamification issues. Now, due to AI, lot of psychological issues happening now. So we should be very careful and we should aware people about what we are supposed to do and make people understand to interact more with the human. That is one. Yeah. Next. Yes.
So far you built like an excellent case for a lot of different AI tools and how they help students and all that. I'm someone who has like a personal belief that AI shouldn't be used in any of the creative or critical thinking fields at all. Because I think it curbs someone's ability permanently. So, because once you, I guess the convenience of using it is better than having to do it yourself in any amount. Like imagine creating something yourself or having someone create it for you, and then you do the work of editing as opposed to creating it yourself. Do you think long-term use of these tools is a overall positive for students or negative?
So mainly in creative industry, like I am from media department and our students are doing a lot of design works and all. And again, AI can't replace any of the humans' imagination. If they want to replace the imagination, that much of information we are supposed to provide to them. So it is ultimately in our hand how much information we are going to give to get what exactly we imagines. It couldn't match it. So the critical thinking again, the critical thinking, design thinking aspects also, it is not possible for any AI tools to match with human mind. So ultimately, like using of AI tools for creation is possible for making a layman to understand through our visual thing to reduce the time. Like I want to just aware people on certain thing within a week. I have to create some poster or a layout to go and publicize a campaign where I need more time for my creativity. Here you can use a technology, AI tools to complement that. Like sudden generation of design, where again your critical thinking is there. How you are going to prompt with your thinking process. It will gain, but it can't be replaced also. So in my perspective, human is always good towards imagination, better than technology.
So I think to some extent, for your example, um, when presenting something to someone, I feel like you have a responsibility to uh, let whoever is seeing the poster know that you used AI, as opposed to using it and then presenting it as something you made. Because I believe the human to human respect gets lost when you
Lost.
present something as an AI and then just say that I made it.
For example, like in even in research also, while we are going for publication and while we are sending a paper for the journals, again, people will not, nowadays the journals is also accepting with some kind of percentage towards usage of AI tools. Okay, like it is of 10 to 15 percentage of minimum, you can use AI tool for your things. Because the scenario is getting changed and we should be open. Why they are asking these questions? They know very well we will be using AI tool for generating a content. So we should be transparent towards the people. Yes, I did this. I did this particular area through my generative AI, and this is my own content. We are supposed to disclose that. So disclosing is our own responsibility to make people understand about your creativity and where you use the technology for your creativity. So everyone should disclose that. Whenever you are just framing something, you should mention that this much of percentage of content is generated from AI. That we are supposed to give. Everyone's responsibility on that. Yes. Oh,
There are more interactive sessions that we are running all the time. So, thank you.
I hope I did my job well. Thank you for everyone and thank you for your attention to listen to me. I will be always get connected again with you people. We can have more interaction in the future. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for introducing us with various AI tools. I would like to call upon Dia from the Department of English to share a word of gratitude.
We sincerely thank Dr. Dinesh Babu sir for your eloquent address and profound insights you have shared with us today. Your expertise and perspective have significantly enhanced the quality of this session. Thank you, sir.
Thank you all.
With that, we've come to the end of first session. Your attention, please. It's time for a short tea break. Participants are requested to proceed to the corridor near the open auditorium. The session will resume at 11:20 a.m. I repeat, the session will resume at 11:20 a.m. The participants are requested to proceed to the corridor near the open auditorium. Thank you.
ആകപ്പാടെ ആരും കാണുന്നില്ല. ഞാൻ എവിടെ നോക്കി